Shay. Can we call it even? I don't like bikes anymore.
It's Shay that wins the day! Boy, oh boy, what a rooty-toot finish for the first round of the Friendship Cup! It certainly was a great duel, but who's gonna clean it all up? Not me!
Now I'm gonna do to you what you did to all my friends. Hope you enjoy living the rest of your life inside a card. Why won't my duel disk turn you into a card? Declan! He sabotaged my disc!
I want Dennis McField taken into custody at once.
Cooley! Hey, let me go!
The professor must have sent Dennis to capture me as well. So if Duel Academy captured both Lulu and Rin, they must want me and Selena as well. But what do they want with us?
Where are you going?
To speak with Dennis. I have questions. Or maybe you don't want me to find the answers?
The situation is extremely delicate.
You must understand that our city is on the brink of chaos.
Unfortunately, we cannot allow you to take any action that might lead to further disorder.
It is a matter of public safety. Isn't that right, Presider? Indeed. We simply cannot afford any disturbance, especially one that might draw us into an interdimensional war. I'm sure you understand, Declan.
Wow. I sensed a lot of anger within Yuto, but he's the one who told me to keep dual-taining to bring joy to the world, because he knew that even with all his anger, he wanted to change for the better, and that revenge wasn't the right way to solve our problems. And Yuto was right. There has to be another way. I have to find some way to stop this war and bring all the dimensions together. And I'm gonna find it.
You versus me, competition for the victory. I could be the best one day and make history. Activate the spell, let your powers come to life. It's showtime. Who will win the fight? Whoa. I'm ready to do. Go ahead and make your move. I'll win this duel. You can't beat my moves. I'm in that groove. I know I can't lose. Your turn, your tricks. Now what will you choose? Feel the power.
Boy, do I miss him. Principal Boyle, Frederick, Allie, Tate, and my mom. Feels like forever ago when I left to find Zuzu and help try to put an end to these dimensional wars. Hopefully winning this duel tournament here in the Synchro Dimension will help. But who knows? Anything can happen. After all, so much already has here. They say that to know the future, it's best to look back on the past. Maybe now would be a good time to do just that.
Can you feel the power? You versus me, competition for the victory. I could be the best one day and make history. Swing into action. Are you ready to play? Challenge anyone, anywhere, any day. You wanna take a chance? Go ahead and roll the dice. See if it's in your cards. If you'll pay the price. Activate the spell, let your power
order to take our stand against Duel Academy in the Fusion Dimension, my friends and I journeyed here to the Synchro Dimension. But I guess we booked the wrong travel agent because when we arrived, we found out we were separated from the others. And things only got worse. We quickly ran into Synchro's police force, Sector Security. They didn't exactly give us a warm welcome.
In the game of chess, you must be aggressive to win. The same is true in life. So when I, Director Roger, received word that some duelists had been found trespassing, I sent my forces to arrest them. And it's a good thing I did, too, because the passenger in pursuit bore a striking resemblance to one of our new visitors. A fact I found very intriguing.
Soon, Sector Security had us cornered. It seemed hopeless, that is, until the cavalry arrived. Crow Hogan and his pals showed up on the scene. They saved us. After taking us in, he gave us the lowdown on how things worked in his city, how there were two ways of life, living in the slums or in a place called the Tops. The people that lived there lived in the lap of luxury. They called all the shots and didn't have any worries. But the folks who lived below in the slums weren't so lucky. And as it turns out, neither were we.
Crow! Sector Security is heading this way. Run for it!
Now, where was I? Ah, yes. I had my forces capture these duelists from another world. Naturally, I separated the girl from the others, for I desired to question her personally. Her presence piqued my curiosity. I wanted to know where she came from, why she was here, and why there are two of her. Capturing one proved easier than I thought, so I knew I would have the other one in due time.
Soon I learned that Sector Security was after my lost friend Zuzu.
You and your girl ain't too bright putting up those posters about invasions and stuff. Sector Security don't take too kindly to that kind of mischief.
Zuzu! And so, to rescue Zuzu, we joined Crow's friends and mounted a daring escape. Or so we thought. Hang on, Zuzu! I'm on my way!
I arrived at the detention facility right in the middle of their pathetic escape attempt. We quickly reprocessed them, and I thought that would be the end of it, but I was wrong. Something more was going on because the High Council, the elders who govern the city, overruled my orders.
Declan and his Lancers came from their dimension, known as the Standard Dimension, to ours.
He made it clear that his Lancers were on a mission to keep Fusion Dimension's Duel Academy from attacking here. Before, Fusion's forces were unchecked, but now they would be challenged by the Lancers.
Declan wanted to make an alliance with us to form a more powerful force to fight back against the Fusion Dimension. But this threat that he spoke of was one that we were already quite aware of.
10 years earlier, after Chojiro Tokumatsu was locked away, our city streets fell into chaos. The tension between topsiders and commons swelled.
And something needed to be done. The Council enacted 2 new policies to maintain the peace.
The first was to create the Friendship Cup, a duel tournament where topsiders and commons could come together and share their love of dueling.
But that's all the sharing that would take place. For you see, the second policy was to bolster security, to keep commons in their place. And we were able to accomplish this by outfitting the security forces with a new arc system that could create something real. Something you could feel from nothing at all. And who gave us this technology? Why, none other than Jean-Michel Roger. And due to its success, he quickly rose through the ranks and became our director of security.
We knew Roger was not one of us, that he was from the Fusion Dimension.
And we also knew that there were those from Fusion who wanted war. But all the more reason
to keep him close. And besides, none of us could dispute that he was keeping our city in order.
So when Declan Akaba appeared and presented us with a new way to stop fusion, we weighed our options.
Should we keep the peace with Roger or side with Declan?
A spirited debate followed on the matter.
If we must make a choice, we should choose to be allies with the side least likely to lose.
Agree, but in war there are too many variables. There's no telling who might triumph. There must be another option. And there was. We simply decided to not pick sides. We would allow Declan and his lancers to defend us, and if he happened to be victorious, we too would be victorious. However, if he and his team failed in their endeavor, we'd still maintain our good relations with Fusion. That was the plan. But still, we knew that no plan was perfect, especially when dealing with a man as cunning as Roger.
Yuya was trouble. This I understood. And that's why I chose him to duel Jack Atlas on the eve of the tournament. I wanted to learn more about the mysterious new summoning method he employed, something called pendulum summoning, and at the same time, see if it could help in taking Jack down. Way down, once and for all.
My opponent for the opening ceremony was the one and only Jack Atlas, the legend of legends, the master of faster. I was excited to duel him, but insulted when he said he could beat me in 3 turns. He got in my head. Maybe that's what he was trying to do, because the truth is, it did throw me off my game. And right when it mattered most, too. Right when I was looking to take out the last bits of Jack's life points. Now to drop him to 0! Go, Rune Ice Pendulum Dragon! Attack Jack Atlas directly!
Listen up, Yuya. You call yourself a duel-tainer? Well, here's my review. Your performance was abysmal, mediocre at best. And I'm gonna bring the curtain down on you. I synchro summon! Now rise, Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend! And now, Starlight Red Dragon Archfiend, attack Yuya directly, then end this! Molten Crimson Flare!
I lost. But more than just the match, I lost my confidence too. And then I nearly lost my lunch when Chojiro dropped by to tell me something totally surprising and even more disturbing. He let me know that those who lose in the Friendship Cup are sent deep underground to work in a giant trash heap as punishment. So now there was even more at stake in this tournament. For old friends, and for new. But these weren't stakes I was willing to put up with. Seeing friends get sent to the underground was horrible. I knew what I had to do. My plan was to tell the crowd about the underground so they would learn the truth. I thought maybe it would unite them. Maybe create a unified front against this punishment. I told them about the atrocities, but they didn't care. All they wanted to see was destruction. The more destruction, the happier they were.
Well done! 227's Chunk!
He's gone for good. You showed him. Oh no, they don't get it. They still don't see that dueling is supposed to be for fun. I was in the dumpiest of dumps when my fellow Lancer Moonshadow told me that all my friends who were sent underground were doing just fine. What a relief that was. But I was still so bummed that the people wouldn't listen to me when I told them that they should duel for fun. And that's when Moonshadow dropped another bombshell when he gave me a message from Riley.
The only way people are going to listen to Yuya is if he wins the Friendship Cup to get the chance to duel against Jack. And if he beats Jack, then he'll be everyone's new hero. And they'll listen to what he has to say.
Who would have thought that a little kid would be the one teaching me the lessons? And I couldn't wait to let Zuzu know that I'm back and ready to take center stage. Dear Zuzu, it stinks that I can't see you in person, but I know you're doing just fine. Nice duel, by the way. You look like a natural on that runner. Maybe we can bring one back with us when we get home. But first, I have to get through to the people of this city. I hoped I could remind everyone that dueling's about having fun and smiling, but it's hard to do when I'm having a hard time smiling and having fun myself. I promised to take center stage, Zuzu, by winning the Friendship Cup, swinging the crowd my way, and bringing smiles back to the hearts of everyone. But the war between Shay and Dennis put all that on hold. Shay thought something was dodgy with Dennis, and he was right. Turns out Dennis was from the fusion dimension. But that wasn't the worst of it. When Dennis told Shay he captured his sister, Shay lost it and took out Dennis and half the stadium.
Where are you going?
To speak with Dennis. I have questions. Or maybe you don't want me to find the answers?
The situation is extremely delicate.
You must understand that our city is on the brink of chaos.
Unfortunately, we cannot allow you to take any action that might lead to further disorder.
It is a matter of public safety. Isn't that right, Presider? Indeed. We simply cannot afford any disturbance, especially one that might draw us into an interdimensional war.
You fools! The war isn't coming, it's already here. As for avoiding trouble, that's just inviting trouble to find you.
So noted, Declan. But on this issue, we disagree. So far, trouble has not found us, and we plan to keep it that way by keeping the peace and keeping Dennis away from Roger. We're not comfortable with two people from the fusion dimension interacting.
Stop right there. We'll take it from here. Dennis is coming with us. We have direct orders from the High Council, so hand him over right now.
That's not happening! McField is coming with us! We have orders from Director Roger himself!
The High Council has suspended Roger effective immediately. Therefore, your so-called orders carry no weight whatsoever.
We're not letting him out of our sight!
McField, he's gone!
Impossible!
Dennis McField cannot be allowed to escape. I want him found immediately. As for the council overruling me, in the very near future, when they're begging for mercy, I only hope that they remember they started this. Attention all security. You may have heard rumors of my ousting. Well, pay them no mind. And above all, remember, you serve only me.
Hey!
Operation King's Gambit is now in effect.
What's going on?
This is an outrage!
Yes, who is behind this?
Who do you think? Now, don't be cross. After all, you gave me no choice.
Roger!
Overruling my orders as Director of Security after all the good work I've done? Why would this council do such a thing? Why would you want to hurt my feelings like that?
Because of Dennis McField. He has ties to Duel Academy, as do you, and we do not want him influencing your judgment.
Oh, Presider, you worry too much. Yes, bringing Duel Academy here may have been a plan once, but now I have no such interest. If I brought them here, they would destroy the city after everything I've done to consolidate my power. This city belongs to me, not the High Council, not Duel Academy. This city is thriving thanks to me.
Thanks to you?
Meaning what?
Meaning I've made this city an empire. And now I plan to be its emperor.
Emperor?
You're mad!
The mad are the only ones who ever get things done. Really, you should be thanking me. This is a far better scenario than being invaded. What's the old saying? It's better to trust the enemy you know than the one you don't. Besides, when you really think about it, what will be any different? I've already been running everything in this city since you appointed me. What's going to change?
So, when we allowed you to bolster security and implement your Ark technology, it wasn't for some dimensional war, but this?
But of course, you must position your pawns just right if you plan to win the big game. Or in other words, take out the king. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I've already had to accelerate my plans due to this Dennis unpleasantness. Moving forward, let's keep things as normal as possible, which means the Friendship Cup continues. And you continue pretending to be in charge.
You're really something. All of this time, I thought you were setting the stage for your boss, but really you were just preparing for something even more important to you.
Yes, myself. Oh, and why not? Taking orders from Professor Leo Akaba has grown tiresome. It's far more enjoyable to be the one giving them. I'm sure you can sympathize, Declan. After all, Leo is your father. That's right. I knew it from the moment you first appeared. I also happen to know that you're not his biggest fan. Well then, how would you like to join forces with me? We'd answer to no one.
Oh, you mean rule this city together? I'll pass. True, I have issues with my father, but that doesn't make you any less insufferable. Partnering with you would be tedious.
How discourteous. But very well, just don't forget I gave you a chance. Ta-ta for now. I'll show that short-sighted Declan. I'll show them all. I will rule this city. But the key to it all is Dennis McField. I must find him. Because if he finds a way back to the fusion dimension, he'll report to Leo Akaba that both Selena and Zuzu are here in this city. He'll send a whole army to capture them. Or even worse, he might send his personal enforcer, Yuri. Yuri's loyalty to Akaba is unwavering. He would destroy everything I have planned. I can't let that happen. I must locate Dennis and locate him now, before it's too late.
Where am I?
Oh, good. Snoozer's up.
Who's there?
It's me, Sora. Come on, you know, your colleague from Duel Academy.
Oh yeah, I remember you. Are you the one that saved my tail?
That's right. I've been keeping tabs on you. You did a pretty good job keeping your identity under wraps.
I'm a natural. The professor knew my talents would come in handy with this mission. Speaking of, I still need to get Zuzu and Selena to...
Still need to get them to the professor? That's my job now. You're heading home.
Home? On whose order?
The professor himself gave the order, Dennis, so this comes straight from the top. Your time here is now through.
Oh.
Your mission was to capture Selena, but you couldn't catch a cold. And the professor doesn't like failure. But you can explain all of that in person, because I'm sending you home to the fusion dimension. Later, Red.
I've reviewed Dennis McField's debriefing. He asserts that Selena and Zuzu are currently in the Synchro Dimension. Take Obelisk Force to the Synchro Dimension and capture the two girls.
Sir, it would be an honor and a privilege. It shall be done.
I will also send Yuri to aid you. Do not fail me.
Sir, we don't need his help. I promise to capture them before Yuri even shows up.
Very well then. See to it.
Well, enough looking back. It's time to look forward to the Friendship Cup's third day. Who knows what the cards hold for the duels ahead? I know this, though. No matter what happens, or who I face, I'm gonna battle my way. Not with hate, fear, or anger fueling me, but with the thing that first made me want to be a duelist. The desire to put on a great show. And I'll do it with a smile.
It's a brand new day, and that means new possibilities. To duel our best and win over this city. So to my dad and Yoko, Frederick, Allie, little Tate, hang on! I know it's taking some time, but we'll be home before you know it.
Zuzu Boyle will be your opponent. She is an essential part in my plan to consolidate power and secure my rule over this city. So you are to defeat her and then bring her to me by any means necessary.
You urge me, competition for the victory. I could be the best one day, you make history. Activate the spell, let your powers come to life. It's showtime! Who will win the fight? I'm ready to duel, go ahead and make your move. I'll win this duel, you can't beat my rules. I'm in that groove, I know I can't lose. Your turn, your tricks, now what will you choose? Feel the power!
Howdy, everyone! Are y'all ready for some dueling? I sure hope so, cause some dueling is brewing. After all, it's the Friendship Cup's third day. And that means we can now enter the second round, and only 8 duelists remain. Who among them will advance? Well, what do you say we find out? Today's first matchup will be Zuzu Boyle versus Sergei Volkov.
All right, Zuzu. You know Yuya's game plan.
I promise to take center stage, Zuzu, by winning the Friendship Cup, swinging the crowd my way, and bringing smiles back to the hearts of everyone.
Now it's time for me to step into the spotlight and win this crowd over. After all, there's a war coming. A dimensional war. And these poor people don't know a thing about it, so I've got to warn them. But if they're going to believe me, they need to respect me. Which means I need to win this.
Can you feel the power? You urge me, competition for the victory. I could be the best one day, you make history. Swing into action, are you ready to play? Challenge anyone, anywhere, any day. You wanna take a chance? Go ahead and roll the dice. See if it's in your cards, if you'll pay the price. Activate the spell, let your powers come to life. It's showtime! Who will win the fight? I'm ready to duel, go ahead and make your move. I'll win this duel, you can't beat my moves. I'm in that groove, I know I can't lose. Your turn, your tricks, now what will you choose? Can you feel the power? I'll win this duel, you can't beat my moves. I'm in that groove, I know I can't lose. Your turn, your tricks, now what will you choose? Can you feel the power?
Just listen to this capacity crowd! But I got a hunch it's about to get even louder after I introduce our first duelist. She's sporting 2 Z's, but she won't put you to sleep. Zuzu Boyle! That Zuzu sure has a bright future ahead of her. Bet she could do anything.
Except my job, of course.
Jack Atlas, get ready to see what I can do. Yuya, I know you're watching, and I won't let you down.
Go! Win this!
And here he comes, Zuzu's opponent, Sergei Volkov. They say no one duels with more conviction than Sergei, but I'm pretty sure that's because Sergei is an actual real-life convict. Zuzu will have to watch herself around this fierce felon because, as we've seen, he's an even bigger menace on the duel field than he is to society.
Go, Zuzu! Take this thug down!
Listen carefully, Sergei. Zuzu is an essential piece to my ultimate plan. You are to defeat her by any means necessary and bring her to me in one piece.
And now, let's giddy on up! But since the Duel Palace's duel field was all chawed up during our last match, Russia, we're giving all you watching a special treat by taking it to the street. What say we start our duelist dash with a splash? Now let's break it in. Let's activate the action field crossover acceleration.
Duel mode engaged. Autopilot standing by.
On your marks, get set, go!
Let's duel! Let's duel!
And now it's a race for the palace gates. Whoever gets there first will get the right to go first. Zuzu has the early lead.
Yeah!
Now the question is, can she hold on to it? You could cut the tension with a knife, or better yet, with a duel runner, because at the speeds these two duelists are going, I'd reckon they would shred through anything that got in their way. Which, incidentally, is why I don't do my announcing trackside anymore.
Everything I've done so far has gone to plan. What could possibly go wrong now?
Whoa! Sergey has kicked things up a notch! He's gaining on Zuzu fast! This'll be close! Whoever exits this tunnel first wins the all-important first move! And it's Zuzu!
Yes, I'm first! I summon Cannon the Melodious Diva! Next, I'll place one card face down and end my turn! And just like that, the stage is set. For a performance next turn that Sergey won't forget, and his life points won't withstand.
I draw. I summon Thorn Prisoner Van.
Huh? 0 attack points?
Whoa! What the hooey? Did Sergey really just summon a card with 0 attack points in attack mode?
Just what could Sergey be up to here?
That is all.
What? All he did was summon a monster with no attack points. Why would he do that? Unless he's trying to throw me off my game. I draw! First, I'll activate the trap card Melodious Rhythm Change. Now, by returning a Melodious monster to my hand, I can bring out a new one. And the one I choose is this! Mozarta, the Melodious Maestra! Mozarta's special ability activates! By hitting the perfect note, I'm able to summon a Melodious monster that's level 4 or below! Come on back, Cannon, the Melodious Diva!
Pathetic.
This musical number's not over. Next up is this gal. Come on out! Solo, the Melodious Songstress!
Interesting.
Talk about a quick draw! Zuzu has already summoned 3 monsters to her field, and Sergey only has 1 with 0 attack points. Is this duel over before it's begun?
Yeah! Zuzu, take him down!
Go time! Mozarta, belt one out, and attack Thorn Prisoner Van!
Whoa, Nelly! Sergey's life points will take a plunge!
Then special ability activates. If I show I have another Thorn Prisoner in hand, I pay 400 life points and take no damage in battle. Here is card. Thorn Prisoner Darley.
Ouch! That looked bad, but as far as moves go, it was good!
And there's more for you. I am allowed to summon Van along with Thorn Prisoner Darley. Come now.
Another monster with 0 attack points?
Looks like Sergey doesn't understand the concept of defense mode. It's almost like he's asking to be attacked.
Solo, the Melodious Songstress, you're up! Attack Darley!
Darley's ability activates. By paying 400 life points, I negate attack once per turn.
So be it, but I still have one attack left. Cannon, attack Darlie!
Since Darlie can't use its ability, this attack will hit home!